Society uses a holistic approach to security. While some other messaging apps feature some form of data protection, they do little to nothing to detect emerging threats and actively alert you to the fact that your information is under attack. In order to reliably thwart a potential attack, a strong security system has to detect a threat, then protect your data and mitigate any potential future attacks. Think of this like a home security system. In order to thwart a burglary on your home, you might get a security system for your house. An ideal security plan for your home would include a fence around your yard and locks on your doors and windows, sensors or a dog to detect a potential thief outside, and a security company who could respond to the threat and dispatch the burglar. Even better, a person who really wants their house to be secure might put their house on a private island. Right now, there are some companies starting to offer threat protection, which is similar to putting locks on your doors and windows, but they're not really going the extra mile to truly create a synergistic security plan that actively protects your data. In contrast, society does have a holistic security system, being fully capable of detecting threats, protecting data with best-in-class encryption, and using a combination of automated threat mitigation and simple user inputs to stop any ongoing attack. Society offers users an additional advantage: the smallest possible network surface area. Society doesn't have a cloud backend, since clouds inherently present a vulnerability in their virtually unlimited surface area. Simply put, cloud networks are far less secure than private networks. In contrast with the cloud, society forms what we call cohorts. Cohorts are private networks that share information in the most secure way possible between two trusted parties. In simplest terms, the cohort works together to create the lowest surface area for person-to-person communication. It creates the least possible risk using two-party trust. This is done by creating a peer-to-peer connection between two parties, with all communications done using unique encryption keys. Cohorts also form larger communities, in all cases with two-way trust formed peer-to-peer between every member of the larger community. Cohorts also serve to control user content. Let's think of this difference between clouds and cohorts being a bit like a house. In the case of the cloud, a cloud is a bit like having a house with an infinite number of doors, all of which open to the outside world, to public spaces. Additionally, some of these doors may or may not have locks on them, allowing an unknown person to enter the house. If they do have locks, they might have the exact same key as all other doors. Even worse, these doors are connected to public places like shopping malls or hospitals or town squares. You can see this model isn't very secure. The cohort works differently. Rather than having an infinite number of doors in the house, the cohort has individually keyed doors that open to only one trusted partner. These doors can be locked or removed by the user if necessary. Unlike the cloud, the cohort is incredibly secure. With cohorts, the trust between devices cryptographically enforces content ownership, making it impossible for people without the correct encryption keys to decrypt information and spread it to others. For example, traditionally, if a person posts something on social media, that piece of information is now owned by the cloud. It can be copied, screen captured, or shared without the consent of the person who posted it. It could even be altered, deepfaked, or used to humiliate that person. Even if they wanted to delete this information, they really can't, because another person might have made a copy of that information and can distribute it at will. The cohort ensures that this never happens by maintaining user control over content via cryptography. Unless a user has specifically sent that information to another user with the explicit permission given to them to view that information, the information simply cannot be viewed. Likewise, it cannot be copied or redistributed or altered or deepfaked in any way. Every copy of the information is encrypted with a different key pair, which makes it impossible for people who aren't allowed to see your data to gain access to it. Even the other person you sent it to cannot redistribute your information. Circling back around to our security system analogy, the cohort functions a bit like putting your already very secure house on your own personal private island, shared only with the people that you want to invite to join you. This truly creates an ideal security system for your data, and is what makes society truly best in class when it comes to protecting your information online, ensuring that you own your data.